everybody, welcome back to the channel. Frank with American Eagle Rises for a Saturday. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend if you can. I know every day is tough. You don't have to complain if you don't want to. You know, that's another thing, man. Like, we need a vent. But sometimes after a while, you're just like, it's not helping. Like, you feel slightly better, but we must slog on. Yeah, so, sorry guys, I got, kind of like a cat. Yeah, cat, whatever. So, what do we got going on today? What are you guys doing today, right? I got a couple things I want to do. I'm going to learn from last week and not just do I did not think I'd be that wrecked after last Saturday, but so we're going to learn a little bit from that. And you guys know me, I have a hard time regulating between, like, on and off. It's just one or the other. It's always been a problem, and then it's like I call it the guilt. You got guilt tripping yourself, so we're going to try to be kind to ourselves because no one else is kind to us, so, Frank, stop beating yourself up. Yeah, okay. So I want to finish gosh, I can't even talk. It's a Saturday, guys. It's a weekend. You guys know. My brain, sorry, I'm still damn itchy. I don't know why. The hose thing, whatever, the hose reel thing. Jeez, oh, Pete. I want to finish that up. I'm hoping I can get the damn hose started so that I can start using that rotary hammer drill. That thing makes work so much faster, but, it's not accurate. So if it goes in there and busts the brick too far, the location might be off, and then I'm going, right? So I got, like, the two upper ones look all right, and the ones at the bottom, they're kind of problematic because they're at the bottom of the, like, if this is the brick, the hole's, like, really damn close. I didn't have this problem with the other one. The holes were perfect where the spacing between there was like 3 rows of brick. So it was nice. They were like centered right in the middle of the brick. So yeah, this is an added complexity that unfortunately is taking longer for the job. So we've also tried to promise ourselves not to start any new projects. I think I'm going to have to break that a little bit, but there's stuff I need to do on the Camaro. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that anytime this summer, unless it's like something quick. We might try to shelve that to the fall. I don't know, guy. I don't know. I'm a little disheveled. I don't have a plan because I'm trying to be. I don't want to put too much focus or effort or guilt tripping myself, and in the same breath, I can't just. So we're in this weird area. So anyway, America First news. There's a couple little things. Nothing spectacular, but they kind of came near the end after my video. It looks like Trump kind of helped ushered in some peace deal. Again, these aren't the biggest countries in the world, but they've been kind of going at it for a while. And it's kind of one of those, it's almost like a sibling rivalry. And they're like, it's like, it's like, yeah, okay, it's not like a major exchange, but it's still going on, and I think it's like Azerbaijan and, I don't want to say Armenia, they're like in, I'll call it Central Asia-ish area, maybe it's Uzbekistan and there's all these little countries, and they're like, you got like, Russia here, let's say, this is like, you got China, they're over, damn it, I can't. So they're kind of like south, the southern, the belly, I'll call it, of old Russia, and you got China, right, and you got all those Himalayan mountains, and you got a mountain range. Essentially, China's like surrounded by all these. And it's kind of like over there, it's kind of like a little bit, maybe like northeast and then maybe a little northwest of Afghanistan, if you guys know where that's at. which is north of Iran, / Persia. Yeah, so that ended up happening. Yeah, the media, there's something going on, meaning they want to pop smoke from a military term. Sorry guys, I got so much military background, it's ridiculous, especially from my dad, and then I just grew up with this, I loved it, and then I played video games for a long time. It just, yeah, you know, Alpha Actual, we need, whatever, send in send an air package. Oh no, it went away. Hang on a second, guys. Thank you. You're back. Also, I should have opened up with that. April 9th. August 9th, 1945, we dropped the second nuclear device over Nagasaki. Yeah, I think that one was, Poor Boy? The skinnier one. So Fat Man was the big one. Anyway, yeah, so that's going on. Oh boy. Trump expands yeah, okay, we don't give a crap about that. They just keep telling you, yeah, the media is popping smoke because something's big going on, and I think it has to do something with the list, the subpoena of the Clintons, and other things. There's many, many, many other things. I don't want to go too far into that because the tinfoil hat is on at all times. I use it to log information, right? Just because I have a tinfoil hat on my head at all times does not imply that I believe it 100%, right? But we also need to not disregard it 100%. It's information. Take it for what it is. You gotta filter it and keep it in the background because things happen later that you're like, oh, hey, wow, that's kind of interesting. It's a little coincidental. Yeah, so we gotta put our glasses on, guys, because I think I told you guys that we need our glasses now for farther too. It's a very small prescription, so I need bifocals. Did I tell you guys yesterday? I'm sorry if I am, but I'm getting like the progressive, so you can't necessarily see it. In the meantime, we got to deal with these. It's going to take maybe about a week to get those. Anyway, what was the other one that I wanted to say real quick? And why does it keep moving on me? Michael Douglas, we don't care about that. What is this? Not who? Oh no, they're just stoking the flames. What is that? Oh god, another false flag in New York Times area, dude. Or Times Square. Yep, that's a false flag. It just looks like they just reported it not too long ago. So just keep your eyes out. Why the hell is that stuff happening? They keep doing it. They keep pushing it. Oh yeah, I finally saw John Deere. It's not a great. It's directionally correct. Sounds kind of big, at least from a John Deere perspective, but in the grand scheme of things, right, will take some time, but I think it was a $20 billion deal that John Deere plans on investing in the United States, so thank God. If you guys don't know about that either, at least, especially last over the 20 years, maybe a little bit farther back, but just like most of the other countries, especially the manufacturing bases, like even John Deere, some of their bigger equipment was coming out of China. Hey, now I don't think the whole procedure was being done there, but probably the manufacturing and get some of that raw material, do some of that stuff. So hopefully we bring it back. I mean, come on, it's John Deere, U.S. company, like, I mean, now lately they sell like, little lawn mower, I don't say lawnmower, but whatever, those riding mowers or whatever, right? But when I think of John Deere, I think of combine or whatever the hell they call those things, get at the corn, and those are so cool. You can actually, it's kind of like mechanized agriculture, but you can use a GPS, and you can just, so You know, it's like one. You know, you can use it to guide it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the next step is, oh, hey, we'll put, maybe put it on autopilot, or eventually, right? We'll have the AI, which is not AI, but it can kind of do its own thing on its own terms. That type of thing. It's already there. It's been there for a while. Probably just costs too much for the average. But yeah, those machines are extremely expensive on their own, especially if you got to buy a new one. I think they're like $250,000. So yeah, okay, we got 10 minutes. I just want to get some time with you guys here. It's really hard making videos, especially like the last week. Right now, it's been utterly brutal. Last couple of videos I've only getting 5 views. I think one got 9. So a couple of them, yeah, all right. If they're one day, I'm not too worried. But like if they stay at 5 and they just kind of, single digit views. But if you guys are one of my diehards, thanks for coming. If you're from Raymond's Thoughts and Minds, thanks for checking me out. We do love that community a lot. And I believe in at least trying to establish some type of community. I know it's really tough. I'm more of a person. It's funny. I'm a people person. But like, I'm not going to bend over backwards for people, and I'm not going to, sacrifice my principles and my morals just to hang out with people. But, we got to come together somehow in any which way that can be. I don't want to call it like an online, meeting place, but, it's so tough these days. There's just so much crap going on, and you never know what the hell's going on around you. Oh, gosh, I totally forgot. All right, guys, yeah, I'm not sure what else is here. There was something else I know, but it wasn't like I don't think it was significant here, but, yeah. Let's see here real quick. Yeah, they're stoking a fan. So one of my American Eagle Rises. Yeah, this is American Eagle Rises. One of my American Eagles from the U.S. Mint finally. I need some water, guys. Coffee kind of dried me out a little bit. So this is let's see if it comes up. Yeah, as you can read, the 250th anniversary United States Army American Eagle 1 ounce silver proof coin. So for this year, and they did it for I think the Marines, and I think there's a Navy one. Yeah. Because those were all formed in 1775. We didn't have an Air Force, right? So that's why it's not 250 for the Air Force. Coast Guard, I don't think so. That was later. I'm not sure how much later. Yeah, so it comes in a nice little box. I really do like that because when I store them, like it has that written on there. So, most people don't care. But I actually like this because when you put it in like a thing for your collection, at least you can kind of see it. So I wish they kind of did that earlier. But they got the logo. They normally don't put that logo on there, the American seal on there. It comes with a decent COA. So they do that. They've gotten these kind of to look a little nicer over the period of time too. But it kind of tells you like what its composition is made out of, right? This is 999. So this is fine silver, not pure silver. It's 1 troy ounce. So from a purity perspective, like this is pretty pure. That's all the American Eagles have to be printed, minted. They have to be minted this way. Now they changed the placard. If you don't know what that is, it looks like a little flat piece that they create the coin with. Pretty much anything that's silver product now from the mint is like 999. It used to only be 90%, and then they changed it, and that was by act of Congress. So for a while there, those plaque, and I think there was only like one producer of that the placard. So people are kind of been saying, hey, why did the mint do that? They should have. That's fine if you want it from a purity perspective, but you just have one buyer to get this stuff from. So even though silver is at a certain, you got to pay more premium to that person. Don't get me started. Yeah, I know. It's like a hobby turns into a nightmare type of thing. And then they got a nice little velvet Clamshell design. It's a storier thing. Collectors really, really wanted this, and I don't blame them, because if you're going to spend more... now this particular one is even more than the normal silver proof ones. But essentially what they did, and again, it's not that most people are like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But for collectors, it is. So it's no different than the other 2025s that are from the West Point. That is not, that W there is not the mint mark. It's on the back. But if you guys see, they put a privy mark. They call them privy marks right there. So that's for the Army, right? This is the Army, right? This is the Army one? Yeah, the United States Army one. But the back is where the mint mark would be. So right there next to the eagle. Right there, that W. So we got, hey, American Eagle rises and you got an eagle here. Yeah. So, so these are the proofs. There's also an uncirculated version, but this is, anyway, this version, right, for the 250th anniversary will only be in proof. They're not doing a whole anything like that, but just saying that the other eagles that they make, right, they have a proof and a uncirculated version, and those are minted at the West Point, and those particular ones actually get the mint mark in the back. Now, the uncirculated one, but it won't have the W in the back, but they're minted at West Point, so they don't put the bigger. That's just to distinguish, because when you look at the two that are uncirculated, and one's bullion and one's not, they look similar, but it's actually, it has a burnish finished. It's very hard to distinguish between the two of them anyway, so they started putting that W on the mint mark. There is a proof done in San Francisco for American Eagles, and that's because San Francisco was the first mint that we had that made proofs. I might be wrong exactly with that saying, but pretty much San Francisco was only making proofs. Now, I don't know if they were the first mint to make a proof coin for the United States. Probably not. But that's where most of the proof coins were coming from. So that's what they do there. Yeah, and then there's a Philadelphia one, I believe. That one doesn't happen that often, though. Anyway, I thought it was cool. Thought I would share that here. Yeah, Frank, how much money did you blow? Yeah. Looks like we spent $110.95. So I did have to pay $6 in shipping. If I have any of the product that you get that's on the like it's all like annual enrollment type of thing, you don't pay for the shipping, so they just, because you have your card on file, so that's like that. And I'm trying to remember how many items you have to buy after a certain period. Then they put you on like this loyalty program, and I think it's, I don't know if it's 3 orders or 5 orders, and then you can get shipping for free. But that's just to show you, right? Like, I think spot silver. If you want anything that's silver right now, just plain silver, no bells and whistles, with that premium. I don't want to say I think you're looking at close to $40. Then if you want something above and beyond that, it's going to cost you more. So, and Silver Eagles are the most premium. So whatever you spot is, that's that premium. So you're paying more for that. Now people love the Silver Eagles. You can sell these things essentially instantly. The proof ones get a little more. Obviously, someone like, oh yeah, I'll give you $50 for it. It's like, yeah, I spent more than that. But yeah, I'm not sure what the mint. I think it's actually not bad. I swear they put it on here. Oh, okay, U.S. Mint. That's room for suggestion there. Yeah. I swear they had a mintage limit on this. So if that's the case, it should be on the card, and it didn't. Now, what's funny is if they screwed up, they'll probably send a letter out, and they'll give you a new mint. Yeah, they do that every once in a while, because they had one where they had the stats wrong. And they had to send new ones up. Let's see here. Is anything else on here? Yeah, man, for reference, so on the front where it kind of looked like a W, the sculptor was Adolf A. Weinman. So that's the actual, so that front, right? So that's the actual artist that came up with that, the flowing, the walking liberty motif there. Yeah, darn it. But all the other proof coins are kind of like, there's no mintage limit per se. It's kind of like by demand, and then once they get to the end of the year for making those coins, then they publish how many there were, but there's no technical mintage. So some years, because you don't know, this is the funny thing, right? Like some years, some of the coins, they're low mintage. It's because there was no demand, so it's actually ironic. So even though I have it on the enrollment, that's just to show you that, like, let's say all of a sudden people stop buying these things, and let's say, oh, there's only like 10,000. That's a very collectible coin. So from that perspective, but yeah, when it starts getting like 500,000, But yeah, so hope you guys like that coin. Yeah, I forgot I ordered it, but they took orders, so it was kind of like a pre-order type of thing. And let's see when the next one's coming. Yeah, oh, this is a little bit longer than I thought. Don't I have it around here? I thought I put it up here. Oh, there it is. Oh no, that's not it. Oh no. Darn it, I got rid of it? Darn it. Oh wait, no, it's in here. Yeah, there it is. Don't you love when you move stuff? You're like, oh, it's always been there, and you forget. Yeah, so there are other 3 coming. So I think the Navy's going to be next. Oh yeah, okay, so it's available in October, and then the Marines on November. The Marines ones is what everyone's going to want. Although, if you're buying these coins, you're pretty much buying the whole series. I'm going to be buying it. Yeah, whatever. I'm a dumb... I collect coins. Okay? Yeah, I know. A lot of coin collectors don't like coin because they call it the modern... and I kind of understand it. Oh, yeah, right there. So why didn't they put that? It says only 100,000 coins of each branch will be minted. So, that's not too bad. That's still kind of... Some people want it under 50. But they kind of know there's going to be pretty high... The mint is thinking there's going to be high demand. I'm not sure. They kind of all, quote-unquote, sold out. So, I think so they did. But when it says available, it said June, right? I'm just getting it now. So, I think the orders are there, and then they, so I think they're kind of walking the tightrope between... Because what happened was, I think it was the Morgans, and they said they were going to make so many, and then they kind of made a whole bunch, and then and then later on, they finally had them, the orders went, and then like the orders were horrible. So they don't want to mint this product and then no one buying it. Yeah, so it's kind of hit or miss. But I thought those were cool. We wanted to buy them. Yeah, so selling these, flipping them aren't necessarily good, but a lot of these hold value over time, so the collectability of these will be sought. It's just, if I paid $111 for this, I don't know, I think they'll go on eBay. Maybe in a few months, once these are no longer available, they'll probably start creeping up a little bit, but your normal... proof Silver Eagle, if it's not low mintage, will take a few years before it kind of has that. But no, we're not going to try flipping. There's way too many coin dealers, and they get all this. I don't know how they're buying these and then selling them for less than the mint. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, and their business is not going away. So I don't know what deal, what discount. I understand sometimes you just have to sell a losing product, but when you consistently do that year after year after year, there's something funny going on. And I will give the credit to the mint. on their website, they somehow kind of bashed. They had a bunch of, I don't know how the hell, a handful of dealers. Not only they get an allotment, but they were just having all these random bots just putting fake orders in. But I don't know how the hell this stuff happens. But anyway, now they have for a certain product, like especially this one, you got to go into like a lobby. So you get, it opens at not midnight, at 12 noon. But you almost want to get in before, and it'll just say, hey, you're in line, right? So it's kind of like a virtual waiting room. And it's kind of first come, first serve. So you want to kind of get there beforehand, depending on the product. But anyway, I know I'm probably giving you detail, and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to go to this site. But that's just kind of showing you kind of like what some of the stuff are. Yeah, but it's just, it's like, are there really as many coin collectors? I don't know. It's like wondering, it seems like it's a bunch of people selling their stuff back and forth. I don't know. It's like worse than stock market maybe. But yeah, we're hoping one day, when unfortunately some of the boomers pass away, a couple of these boomers were very smart, right? They collected coins. And then over time, they're like, oh, hey, man, our dollar is losing value. So then they also bought a couple of stuff while they're doing it. So, but a lot of the coins that have numismatic value, I don't know. I'm hoping maybe the premiums on some of these go down over time. So, hey, when Frank makes it rich, we'll buy some of these coins, right? But it's like the future of coin collecting. I don't know. It's definitely an antique that is a decent market. I don't know. If everything becomes digitized, and if there's no real, I'll say retail investing / demand, like then now you're talking people that have so much money, right? Then they're so some of these coins that I want are more an average person buys. Right, the ones that go, yeah, that's these coins that there's only 10 of, and it's a first in key and a series and blah 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 blah. They go for millions of dollars. Yeah, those aren't okay. Yeah, it goes from 10 million to 5 million. Hey. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. This video went too long. I got distracted with my coins. I do like coins. I have enough time to go into this stuff. I got so many hobbies, too many projects. I love starting new things. I need help closing. I'm a great starting pitcher, but I hate relief pitcher. Unless it's all ready for me, right? Like I call it like someone else, and I just have this end. I'm like, oh, okay, I just need to do this, and it's all done, right? But if I start something, yeah, it's not. I just love new things, or at least I try. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a good day. We found the stop button. See you around. Bye.